Thanks, Taylor. Well, as we have been reporting on all morning, vaccine distribution is well underway rather, across the country and right here in Maryland. Now, the Biden administration has announced last week that doses should be available for all Americans by the end of May. So what does this mean when it comes to overcoming the pandemic? Joining us to break it all down is Dr. Greg Schrenk from the University of Maryland Medical System. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks so much for having me, Jen.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Just trying to get myself off mute.
That's okay.
We've all been there.
We're still waking up this morning. Don't you worry.
Right.
So listen, we've been hearing about supply right now, and does it seem to be getting any better?
It does, and I think one of the game changers that we've seen over the past couple of weeks has really been the authorization by the FDA of the Janssen or Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which we'll start to see come through to the state of Maryland more and more over the next couple of weeks, and is a single dose vaccine, meaning that we can get access to the vaccine into other communities that thus far have had a difficult time getting to the vaccine.
And really, appointments still seem to be a big issue for folks. A lot of folks spending hours and hours online. We've talked about these Facebook groups, these vaccine hunters, and then of course, people who don't have access to the internet are frustrated. What about that situation?
Yeah, I completely agree. And we do know that in particular, older adults, communities of color, Black and Hispanic communities have been the hardest hit by the pandemic, both in terms of the number of cases and deaths due to COVID-19. And so one of the priorities for the state of Maryland moving forward really should be improving access to those that don't have internet, those that have difficulty with transportation, to get into vaccine sites or to bring vaccine to those individuals.
And we've been hearing about some states now doing away with the mask mandate. So as more people get vaccinated, when do you anticipate that could be happening in our area?
Well, I think we need to be a little bit cautious there with moving forward and completely eliminating mask mandates. The two best tools that we have right now for us in the pandemic are masks and the vaccine. We know that there are circulating variants throughout the country. It's been identified here in Maryland as well, a few different types of variants, and they are more transmissible. We know that viruses are more likely to mutate and develop potential advantages when they are circulating in greater numbers, when more people are infected. So continuing to mask while we're distributing the vaccine, enabling more time for people to become immune, will help prevent further transmission and further mutations, hopefully.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But do you see it at some point? Is there going to be a magic number of no new transmission cases before, Maryland or some other states takes that step for the sort of the demasking? Like, is there a target out there that's been talked about at all? And we're never going to eradicate the flu. That's always going to be changing as well. And people are always going to have to get flu shots. But at what point do we accept that this is part of our daily lives and we start to move on from that?
Yeah, it's a great question. And I do think, as you compared this to influenza, and I do think that's the direction that we're likely headed in, as observing the virus that causes COVID-19 to continue to circulate. As far as an exact number, it will depend, I think, quite a bit on how many people are vaccinated in the state, where we see continued cases, and where those high-risk individuals lead to hospital when they become infected or hospitalized and are at risk for dying. Once we can take that risk away and this becomes more like a normal circulating respiratory virus, that's, I think, when we can start talking about removing some of these masking mandates. We're waiting also for CDC guidance that I think was just pushed back from last week into next week to, I think, speak a little bit more into what people can do in their day-to-day lives once they've been vaccinated, and what that means for individuals who are all vaccinated, what they can do together that resembles more like normal life prior to the pandemic, including masking.
All right, Dr. Schrenk, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jen. I appreciate the opportunity.
Have a great rest of your weekend.